triathlete. Do you think that picture looks like Nicole Kidman?
Janelle, run me through your warm-up, please.
10 minutes at 65%, 2 minutes at 75%, 2 minutes at 65%, 2 minutes at 85%, 2 minutes at 65%, 3 times 15-second max sprints with 1:45 recovery, 5 minutes at 65%.
It's all about control. First minute, just make sure you're fully in control of your breathing. So if you wanted to go a little bit faster, you could do that. If you wanted to slow your breathing down, you could do that. Doesn't mean you start slow, just means you start control. After a minute, just let all hell break loose. That minute is probably going to see you to the little rise. That's going to get you on the main road. So controlled, fast, and open the gas once you get there. Okay. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Tiffany the cyclist. Depends on her mood. No, it's a pretty intriguing lifestyle. It's definitely not your 9 to 5 or in your office. You know, it has its ups and downs. Like we say, you live the dream, but there's also certainly a lot of tough days as well out there. But I wouldn't change it for the world. You know, we're out there, rain, hail or shine, like training, racing, everywhere, living out of a suitcase all the time, always on the go. Like you see a lot of nice places, but you're never grounded anywhere. You can't win a bike race without a team, that's for sure, and you can't be successful without a strong team of staff around you either, because everybody does their little bit, and all of that creates the successful winning formula. But you know, then there's the individual aspect of we all have very different training, and so when you're at home, it's up to you to get out there and train and work hard to be at the best that you need to be at to be at the races.
So listen, from what I understand, you start here, you go alongside the white line here, you go all the way up here, you come back here, you go back out, but you just do this lap here. Just a couple of housekeeping things first and foremost. Just from a logistics perspective, we made this agreement in the past, sort of fell apart a little bit last night. Please, no mobile phones when we're assembled as a team, so that's team dinners and obviously when we're having meetings like this. There's other little goals or individual goals that we'll be chasing with each and every one of you as we go through the race. But the main aim that we chase as a team here is a stage win. Now that can come under many forms, and actually that's probably going to be simpler once the GC starts breaking up and exploding over the course of the next couple of days. Once we get to the first climb, first job for you, Tiff, is to assess. If you look like making it across the top with the best girls, that's fine, you carry on with that. If you don't look like doing it, then the biggest time loss you can gather over the shortest period of time possible. Turn around, go down the road if you have to, whatever, take a pee break, stop at a cafe, whatever. Okay, well that's it. Other than that, I'll see you down at 12:40. Just make sure you're packed, make sure we keep this tidy.
Yeah.
Copy that. Copy that.
In 2 kilometers, change of direction, going left. Then you will be 5 kilometers from intermediate sprint. All right, let's finish this job, ladies. Showtime, it's showtime.
we covered one attack and then Emma went up the right hand side and Carmen went.
Okay.
And that's when you were like, come on,
Okay.
this is the last
Yeah.
bit. And they just got that gap there and then we didn't see them.
Okay.
Like, we could see them ahead, but they just got that gap. And
Okay. How was your descending in the conditions?
I was okay. It needs some work though in these conditions. I mean, I was still in the group, a little bit off, but got back to the front. Maybe 12 of us there, but yeah.
It won't hold you back anything. But everything fine at all?
Yeah, I felt my stomach's just a bit. But I felt rubbish on the first. The second, I felt really good. Well, not really good, a lot better. But I caught about 3 groups on the first descent.
Yep.
And the second descent. I just,
Yep.
So I think I've lost enough time, but
You have a rough idea?
well, because
It didn't look more than a couple of minutes.
It was it because like I caught again. I dropped everyone on the descent.
Just running a bit out of gas at the end?
Yeah.
That's
Over
good
the top,
though.
I just couldn't.
Yeah. No, you did a great job, man.
I
Great job
caught
for
up a little bit on the descent too.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm bombing.
Okay. No, but it's the job you did on bridging to that break and to pick her, just the options that buys us. That was great. And just get yourself out of your wet clothes, don't get cold, okay? We'll talk about
Was
it
it
later.
good?
Good job, mate.
557. 557. Oh, you were close.
You're really good at being on the front, like just before you need to be, and then just kind of getting swamped in that last sort of 1-2k when it's really getting tense. So that's definitely something for you to work on, is like either coming late or just getting used to kind of being around riders a little bit more and not being on the front, wasting all that energy and then getting swamped. And I think, yeah, coming into the climb, like we said, we all wanted to be together. I think we were a bit kind of separated at times, but we always still managed to find each other at different times. And I think every one of the girls did a really good job to help, you know, Tiff, Janelle or I at some stage to get in there and get into the climb in good position.
Firstly, you don't need to be on the front driving it if we're not there, because like you're like there, you're killing it, but we were then having to chase and get up to you. Like always, just for a moment, just check around first, see if you have your team on your wheel. Otherwise, you're just killing yourself, and it's hard for us to then get to the front. And you're better off to just sit in the wheels of like let one of the bigger teams to do it, because you don't do it yourself.
Janelle?
The first part, yeah. The first climb wasn't as steep as I thought it was going to be, and but it was still pretty hard when the two went off the front. That's just how I felt.
What climb?
It was pretty hard. The descent, until I moved up a few wheels, I was feeling very in harm's way.
Yeah.
There was one girl, she's so lucky, she's a buy lotto ticket. And then it was quite comfortable coming down the descent, and then Spady told me to go with the attack, and I took a little bit longer than I wanted to get across, but they were kind of going pretty hard. And there was a little stage where they kind of backed off a bit, and I was like, I've got to get there now. Yep. And then up, as it started gradually climbing, I could see them the girls coming, so I was like, oh, I think I might sit on, because it had a pretty good chase. I'll try and see how I go and try and stay there, and if I can go with something else, I'll give it a shot. But I was hanging on by a thread. And then over the last, cresting over the climb, I lost about 10 metres, and
That was it, game over.
yeah, bye-bye.
The forecast right now is that you're going to have a crosshead wind from the left until kilometer 68. Then you'll be turning north and have a tailwind pretty much all the way to the finish. I'll come back as to why that's important. I'll get stuck straight into it. And then tailwind for the finish. I think it's about 3 kilometers, the final climb. By the time it comes to try to set that break up, everybody pitches in, okay? So everybody's putting in attacks, even Spratty, even Janelle.
Australiako selekzioa. Jessica Allen, Shannon Malsey, Miguel Crooks, Louisa Block.
Lisa, same thing, ride tempo just a bit within yourself. Make sure you start eating and drinking right away. You could be out there for a while.
Just like, yeah, he did so well. That was awesome. Good job, mate. I was in a break with a K to go, the front, and then they whacked it over the top. And hey, but you were there. You were there. Did you see my mushroom cloud? It was a pretty big one. It was a big one.
So today I won the most aggressive jersey, so got into a break early into the race and stayed away for a bit. Pretty good for the team, so I said just set the other girls up for later on in the race, so it's pretty exciting. It's my first jersey that I've won, so I'm pretty excited.
Of that, 6 of us got away. So it was Garnier, Stevens, Johansson, Borghini, me and Morgan.
Yeah.
And we, there was like daylight between us and everyone else.
Yeah.
After the descent. Then Janelle was kind of just waiting for her moment on the steep bit.
Yeah.
But we caught her like right at the bottom of the steep bit.
Just want to talk very briefly about today's race, and as usual I'll get Team Captain Spray to take us away.
We were kind of waiting, like you were saying, to Louisa and Shannon to go after that bonification.
Yeah, the second
sprint.
time around, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Louisa tried before. I think I said come to the front, and I think you thought like right
Off
to the front and attack. So,
That's what I thought, but yeah.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you got there in a flash, but just to still listen to what Mark's saying as well, and just and waiting for. That was really good. I didn't really see how you've progressed like the last few days, especially. Yeah, so that was good. Janelle, still need to work a little bit on your position.
Yeah.
Like we didn't see you enough, especially on that coast road.
Yeah.
And also like the top of the climb, when I was saying to you, like when you know we're going to the top of the climb and you don't, maybe not super comfortable on the descent. Then you get yourself to the front of the bunch, like over the top, and you make it so much easier for yourself down the other side. And then you're there. I'm like,
Other than that, I suspect that everyone is very keen and excited about paella tonight.
No, you gotta be patient, Marvin.
No, patience no good.
How do you say it? Paella.
Yeah, well last year it was my first time racing in Europe, so I was quite inexperienced, and I think I've gotten stronger, but also like mentally stronger. I'm able to deal with a lot more stress, and definitely a team sport. There's no question about that. It's definitely, you need a good team around you to be able to win races, and like at this point I'm working for people, and in the future maybe that'll come back to me and I'll be a lead rider, but you need to take those stepping stones and sacrifice yourself for your teammates, because if you don't have a good team, you're never going to win races as an individual. This year I come over here expecting to make a bit of a name for myself and get noticed by some professional teams, and then hopefully in the future they'll watch me and watch my progress, and maybe one day I'll become one of their riders.
So what I've just done here is basically had one final look at the race book and general classification, and then go through the logistical arrangements, strategic arrangements, tactical arrangements, what our options are, and how we got. Yep. Come on in, Janelle.
Hi.
How you doing?
My throat's still a bit like a chainsaw.
Yep.
So has it gotten worse since we last posed?
No, it's just kind of
Level the same? How are you feeling?
okay. I think I'm gonna have to see how I feel on the road.
Well, we played that way. You're gonna find out pretty quick, anyways, because we got stuck into the first climb at kilometer 6. So,
Right.
but be patient with yourself as well too. Very often these things start pretty bad, and then you ride yourself into it. So you just have to be a bit patient.
Yeah.
And the main name of the game for you is hang out with Spratty, because she'll be able to guide you through a lot of that. I mean, she would have gone through that experience, I don't know, many times herself.
Yeah.
And very often it feels worse than what it really is. At the end of the day, if you degenerate and stuff, you can even call me up. We can have a bit of a chat about it during the stage. But make sure you look after yourself, drink lots, and then let's get stuck into it.
Do you think it could be from the time trial, coughing a lot?
Oh, yeah, possibly. I mean, you know, plus it's wet and it's cold and it's not weather that we're getting used to this weather still. So there's a good chance of that. You've been riding hard the last couple of days, so you get a bit tired, you're a bit more susceptible. I mean, these are all things that play in.
What are you going to go? Just the oil? Just race legs, please. This is called the race legs, and you have to have a particular type of swanee to be able to apply the race legs. See the quick action that she's using there on the legs? Basically, there's no point racing unless you've got the race legs. So everyone needs to jump on the bandwagon, or no one, or just me. And I'm available for other gigs.
Water on me! Water. Good going, Chan. Done a great job.
Hi girl, behind me went straight into a bin.
She went, sorry?
She went tilt into a bin. Like, I was going 60 km an hour and she went straight into it.
I'm sure she's okay.
Great job.
Yeah.
How you doing, okay?
I was like dying from about 3k into it.
Oh, really? It's because you put in such a mammoth
And then I
effort
was like,
yesterday.
Man, we've got like 100 kilometers to go. Is Shannon okay?
I haven't seen her yet. Why's that?
Well, she stacked it. She was with me in like a little group at it. But she stacked. I didn't. We were coming around the descent and
Hey, Shannon. Just here, chickie. Hey, how are you? Are you okay? I heard you had a bit of an off. You okay? All right.
This is the direction you want to end up in, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you see?
No?
Okay. Alright, so this way.
Man, I'm gonna vomit up my toast.
Okay.
Oh shit. We are going the wrong way. Is this the right way? No. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Tally Man, tally me banana. Daylight come and we wanna go home.
Aquí no ves nada. Only
5 kilometers?
because I live here.
That's okay.
You are the leader.
Oh, it's my birthday. So I had a pinata this morning that I had to smash open, and instead of lollies, we got a crown and rings and cool sunnies. Oh, definitely a team sport. I mean, the time trial is probably an exception, but particularly tour racing, it's all about teams, and I think that's why I prefer team racing and tours, because you just got to work so hard as a team together, and we've set really good goals this week as a team, and we've all had specific jobs and had good outcomes from it. So yeah, it's all about team sport.
So there's a very, very good chance it's going to be very fast, very tight, very controlled. But nevertheless, the last few days have showed that if we play it on the climbs or try to race the better teams or stronger riders on the climb, that's not our best option. So we have to, and everybody pitches in basically, we have to look at getting people in the breakaways. Now, don't be the first ones to go, but don't be afraid to go over the top of people and try to open the race up, because that's how you might get your opportunity. But there should be plenty of people willing to do the same, including again the big teams who are trying to win this race.
Break up the road with one of our teammates, Louisa, in it. They went the wrong way, so now the peloton has to wait, give them the time gap, and then resume the race. So it's a pretty tricky situation.
So we are at the beginning of the final stage of the 2016 Emakumeen Bira. For a change, it's wet and overcast and a little bit windy. It's been a good week for us. We haven't won much in terms of race winnings, but for us it was mostly about being aggressive, trying to step up what we did in the classics. We've done that successfully. We're doing that again successfully today with Louisa in her second break of the tour. Listen, it's a very, very important element of being a professional cyclist. It's not an individual sport. It's an individual sport run by a team. So how well you operate in a team environment is very, very important. And these teams spend all of their times in one another's pockets. So yeah, that's been a critical part of what we're doing here. I could have 6 newies who are trying to learn off one another, but by putting 1 or 2 professional bike riders in each and every other races that they do means that, you know, they don't have to look to other teams. They can look inside, get very, very good examples, very good instructions in the racing, and that, you know, to learn from your peers as directly as they do is by far the best way to get this done for them.
You right, mate? Model. You right? Okay. Where's you to finish, man? You know where you are? Okay, come on, mate. Good, still good. It's okay. Come on. Come on, Jess, nearly there, nearly there.
I was so cold out there. I was cold in Belgium. And I'm like, what? We're in Spain, man. Oh, seriously? No. After it rained, I was freezing. It's cold. I was mild. I was like shivering.
And here we are, the week's over in Spain, and as is the life of a pro cyclist, we just keep moving. Next stop, Belgium.
I think you're on the road a lot as a cyclist. Like, we've just finished Emakumeen Bira in Spain. It was 5 days of hard racing, and now we had one night in Bilbao, and now we're on a flight heading to our next race up in Belgium. So I think a lot of people think a lot of the time that we're kind of swanning around the world and seeing all these different places, but it's very much on the road and living out of a suitcase.
one place to another and always refocusing for the next race. Yeah, exactly. As an Australian, you know, I think that was eye-opening for some of the internationals that have been on our team before, is just how, you know, in between races they get to actually go to their home, whereas for us, you know, we make a home away from home here, so we do become like family. We don't have the luxury of choosing exactly when we want to fly or exactly when we want to land, and it also teaches you to be able to, you know, deal with setbacks, or you know, a flight might be cancelled or delayed. You might have to catch a train somewhere instead, and we've had that happen several times. So, you know, your travel time might be 3, 4, 5 hours longer than you're anticipating, but you kind of just have to learn to roll with that. Yeah, I'm definitely proud to be a cyclist. You know, I've been on a bike since I was 9 years old on a BMX bike. I've been on the road bike since I was 12, and I wouldn't swap it for anything. You know, it's become a huge part of my life, and yeah, I love the highs, but I relish with the challenges as well.